Maybe his parents were. I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna check the stream real quick. Let me get the chat up. Make sure it sounds okay. Make sure we're actually on. Right, we're on. Okay, here we go. Right, we're live. Right, let me check the audio real quick. Make sure it's okay. Alright, people are in now. It sounds better. Cool.
Yeah? Happy?
Right,
Looking
and actually,
StreamYard.
I can get my I can actually get the timer up as well for our what is it? Our opening statements. Right, cool. Okay, let me just put the little gay fucking like and sub. Punisher said, AJPL, get your picks right this time.
Just do the opposite of what I say, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm exactly. So he's picking DDP. So you know what I mean. It's just do the opposite.
This one, though, I'm convinced. I'm convinced it's got a chance. Put it that way.
All right, let's not waste any time. Right, there's only a few people in at the moment, but we'll do our opening statements so that it's pretty much we're just getting straight into it. Do you want to go first? Give your
I don't mind.
thoughts. Yeah. So I mean, you've got 5 minutes, and you don't need to use all of it. I'll let you know when your time's up. And I won't interrupt. So whenever you're ready, you can go.
I don't think I'm gonna need the whole 5 minutes. I think everybody has an idea how this fight is gonna go. It's either gonna be Chimaev round 1 or DDP. Like after that, I just can't. The issue is with Chimaev is gas tank, mate. He's just he's technically incredible for 1 round, and I think he might dominate DDP, get him on the floor, and that is when DDP is going to be in trouble, obviously. But if he can survive, like Kamaru Usman did, being.
Hold on.
No, you're back. Everything all right? Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry. Yeah. Like Kamaru Usman survived for a whole round, being like dominated, had his back with the hooks. I just don't think DDP is gonna have as much problem holding him off as Kamaru did. And I think once you get out of that first round, it seems that Chimaev, because he is all power and just tries to smash people literally into the canvas, he seems to use up all his energy, and then technique just kind of slips away as the fight goes through. I mean, if you look at his striking against Gilbert Burns and against Usman, it just becomes a bit of a windmill. And I think like he actually looks a little bit like DDP after a round. And this is why I think it could just look like an absolute bar brawl, round 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, and it's going to be amazing. I'm well up for it. I want to see this bar brawl. It's just going to be less swing from the fences, and I don't think either of them are going to quit. So it's either going to be Chimaev round 1 with some like Robert Whittaker submission, or it's going to be a late stoppage for DDP, KO like 4th or 5th round. I could just see him on his back, just like raining down punches on the back of his head, up against the fence, because Chimaev's just gas. Or both of them haven't got any quit in them, and they just managed to see out the fight, and DDP is going to win by decision. So I give each of those possibilities a 33% chance, and that means that DDP has a 66% chance of winning, and Chimaev has a 33% chance. So that's what my thoughts are.
All right, my turn. All right, so I think I'm obviously I'm Team Khamzat Chimaev. And I've seen the odds for this fight. I disagree with the odds, to be honest. I think it's pretty much 50-50, if I'm honest. I don't see how Hamzat's like the heavy favourite going into this fight. I don't really get it. But I think that um DDP, the last time we saw him fight a wrestler, which was Brunson. Now, yes, DDP ended up winning that fight, round two, TKO. But there was a lot of moments in that fight where he was making mistakes against a wrestler like Brunson. And I just think you can't make those same mistakes against Khamzat Chimaev. And I know, what people are going to say. Maybe you'd say to this, well, that was, how long ago was that? Like 2 years ago? That was a long time ago. But he's passed 4 fights. He's not had to fight any wrestlers. Like they've all been striking matches. He's fought Robert Whittaker, Sean, Izzy, then Sean again. It's all been stand-up fights. And the last time he fought a wrestler, which was 2 years ago, and it was Derek Brunson, who, I mean, I think we could all agree that Khamzat had probably run through Derek Brunson. And I know that's MMA math, but still, I feel like if you're struggling in the wrestling department against Brunson, you're going to struggle against Chimaev because Chimaev's that much better. But the difference between Chimaev and Brunson is that once he gets you down, um, um, there's no getting up. I don't think. And if DDP can get up, I think Khamzat's pretty much fucked. To be honest with you, because Khamzat doesn't beat him on the feet. The way Khamzat wins this is he controls the fight on the ground, like he did with Robert Whittaker, like he's done with everyone, apart from obviously Usman and Burns. But saying that first round that he had against Usman was just complete domination. And it's the same with with Robert Whittaker, and that's Khamzat even after like that Khamzat that beat Robert Whittaker. He had he had a lot of time off, a lot of illness. He struggled to make weight. He came in with such unfavorable circumstances in terms of health, and he still managed to pull that performance out of the bag. And I'm sick of people saying, "Well, actually, it was because Robert Whittaker had a poorly jaw and his teeth were sore." It's like that's got nothing to do with your ability to fucking stuff takedowns and wrestle. The only thing that might have stopped is the fact that he tapped straight away. He might have just tapped a little bit later. It doesn't affect your wrestling. It's obviously going to hurt if he's cranking your jaw. And I think Khamzat now, and we'll get into his cardio in the debate. I think he's going to come in the best shape that he's ever been in. No illnesses, no struggling to make weight. Okay, and he's like I said last time DDP fought a wrestler. Yeah, he's got plot armor, so he fucking won. But in the wrestling exchanges, he didn't do too well. And we've seen DDP literally pull people on top of him. Which, if you do that against Chimaev, that's a bad place to be. But I'm happy to just give up the last minute of my time and we can get into the back and forth. So I'm assuming. So what you said? You think DDP is going to get it done in the later rounds? You think he's going to finish Chimaev? Is that right?
Well, I think you made like a good point at the beginning, saying that odds should be 50-50. So in that case, you're picking Chimaev to win, but if you were gonna have a bet, you would probably bet DDP. Is that
If
right?
I was betting,
Because
I mean,
you're gonna
if
get
I
better
bet,
odds on any.
yeah, if I was betting money,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't because I have a very addictive personality, so it's a bad idea. But if I was, I probably would go DDP just for the odds. I'd put a bit of money on both, but probably more on DDP just in case it came in. But
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense, and it is one of those kind of fights because they are. You're going to get your money's worth if you did put money on them. You know, like both of them are going to get. They're not going to quit. That's what like I love about this fight so much, and it's just one of these that you won't be blinking in it. You'll be. I like when a fight like this happens. I watch it standing up, you know, because I get so excited and my heart rate goes through the roof. I'm like,
Yeah, mine too. Well,
I'm like
mine
this
will.
far away from the
Mine
TV,
will
you know.
because I'll have to fucking shave my beard if I'm wrong. So my heart's gonna be pounding. Well, let's.
But like
Sorry, go
the
on.
other thing, sorry, just one more point. Yeah, about Chimaev is like, for lack of a better term, I think he's like one-dimensional. He's not obviously, but his
He's got
his
some good
style is
striking. He has got good. I mean,
no.
he dropped Burns. I mean, I know it's GM3, but one punch
Yeah, no,
knockout on
sorry,
GM3. You know.
I meant like, for lack of a better term, I don't mean like one-dimensional in his abilities, but just in his like mindset is to go out there and just smother my opponent and get him out of
Okay.
there as quickly as possible, right? Just to try and run through him like a train.
Yeah.
Unless he's been tricking us all, he's got some kind of trick up his beard that he's going to pull out and just become this kind of tactical fighter with patience, you know, like where you have like a lot of success as like a champion, you conserve your energy. With Chimaev, I think DDP knows what to expect. It's just going to be chaos in round one. Try and survive, and then your probability of winning goes up like twofold, you know, just by as further on in the fight it goes. Now, if Chimaev comes out here kind of relaxed and like patient and tries to pick his moments and when he can like be aggressive in his wrestling on DDP, I think he'll have a better chance. And I don't think he will do that until he loses. So I think if he loses to DDP this weekend and his coach has a stern talking to him, says like, okay, you know, you lost this because you went absolutely crazy and you like ran out of gas. Let's try and manage your cardio a little bit better so you can just win the fight with your weapons, you know. And I think he could be unbelievable, like the best fighter at middleweight, like we've seen, because he obviously has the talent to be. But I just think his mindset is like, go out, smash, you know, I kill everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
I smash everybody. Yeah.
Everybody
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about, because you mentioned his cardio. You know, I don't know if you know this or if you heard about it, but he's actually got a new conditioning coach who just so happened to to be the same coach for TJ Dillashaw. Now, I'm not saying there's going to be some EPO going on, but who knows? But I'm hearing from, I mean, TJ said this, but you know, people will say this about, you know, like the teammates. They'll say, oh, you know, he's looking really good, but a lot of people are saying that his cardio is looking a lot better. But obviously that's not in a fight, so it's a bit different, you know, like fighting, maintaining cardio in a fight compared to sparring training. It's going to be completely different because you're going to have an adrenaline rush and then a dump, and you're just going to be fucked. Which I think that's what Khamzat does, because like you say, he goes out like so full force, full of adrenaline, and I feel like after that first round, he just dumps, and maybe that's what happens. Maybe they're going to try and like maybe this coach that he's with now is going to try and like manage that a little better. But you know, every time Khamzat shoots in that first 15 seconds of that fight, he lands a takedown every single time. Every single time he gets that takedown, he shoots in for those legs like a fucking torpedo, and he gets that and the takedown every single time against Usman. You know, a guy that before Leon Edwards never been taken down in his UFC career, and Khamzat took him down and dominated him. And I know it was short notice, Usman, you know, whatever.
Leon
But
took him down.
Hmm?
Leon took Usman down.
Yeah, no, yeah. I said before the Leon Edwards fight, he'd never been taken
Yeah, yeah.
down,
Oh,
but
sorry.
Hamzat was able to take him down and then control him and dominate him for like a whole round. Um, well, whenever Hamzat shoots, he gets it. Now it'll be interesting to see how DDP deals with that. And I heard something from because I watched the countdown, and I heard something that was a bit concerning from DDP's coach, which I don't know if they're just saying it for the cameras and to build hype, but he said we want to beat Hamza at his own game. I think that's a fucking bad idea. That's a terrible idea. And also, just side point, Victor says my stutters are cute. Thank you, Victor. Appreciate that, bro. Uh, but I think if DDP goes in there and tries to wrestle with Hamza and beat him at his own game, I think even you can admit that is a terrible, terrible game plan to go in with. And if that's legit, it's like when Bilal said, I'm gonna box with JDM, and then he kind of tried for a little bit, and he's like, well, no, and you don't do that. Like with people that are so strong in one area, you do the opposite. You know, you like keep away from that. But I don't know if maybe they're just saying it to build hype. But I don't know. It's kind of a bit it's a bit concerning.
I mean, you're putting yourself, or if you're DDP, you're putting yourself in a lot of danger if you try and do that. I would say it wouldn't be the smartest play, but I've heard like some people talk about it. It's like, look, he's going to shoot a takedown in round one, probably in the first minute. So why not do it on your terms? Why not be the first to initiate the takedown? And then at least if
Do
he
you think
reverses
that's a good idea
it's
though?
going to be the same result.
Dude, do you
Guess
think
what?
do you think if DDP tries to shoot a double leg on Hamzat, that's gonna work out for him? Like, it's DDP. He could goof his way into getting a fucking double
Unless
leg
him in his way there.
into full mount somehow. But I don't. Do you think that'd work out for him well?
Imagine the scenes if he taps out Chimaev in the first round.
Mate,
Oh my god!
if
What are the
Hamzat,
odds on that? Must be sky high.
if DDP taps out Chimaev, I will go daggy, 100%. I'll shave this, bro, 100%. Because if that happens, I will lose my marbles, bro. That'll be unbelievable. But I think.
Have you seen DJ's Mighty Mouse's video about Chimaev? Like, I'm not an expert at all. You probably can see that already, but I'm a fan. But DJ breaks down Chimaev's wrestling against Usman and explains how uncomfortable it is when you're on the bottom. Like, he kind of said this. You'll have to watch it, but I'll try and verbatim it. He said that he could have gone for submissions and he could have finished Usman in the position he had him in if he just like stood up a little bit and just rained down punches on him. The referee would have stopped it because Usman wouldn't have been able to like get up. It was close to being finished anyway in the first round. But he said what Chimaev does is it's like his home. Like he's in his like safe place here, and he just wants to lay on you for as long as possible to sap all your energy out, instead of like going for submissions and possibly losing them. So he like drags your hand away whenever you try and post up, or he like puts you in like really bad positions, like instead of trying to do the finish. He does.
Yeah.
Whereas other fighters will go for the finish, he'll rather just like make life uncomfortable to you and try and sap all your energy out.
And then like if a finish like presents itself to him, then he'll be like, okay, well, I'll take that then. And maybe that's
like it did against Whittaker.
That's probably a good game plan to do against DDP because I mean, one of DDP's best attributes is his just relentless pressure and cardio. So if Khamzat can like do that on DDP, and I since starting training, like I've been training MMA now for like 2.5 months, so I'm pretty much a pro. But being on the bottom is like it's so unbelievably tiring. I didn't realize how tiring that shit was. I mean, I thought that doing all the grappling on top was the tiring part. No, it's not. When you're on the bottom and you're being smothered and you can't move and you're trying to move and you've got a strong guy on top of you, it's so exhausting. And you really need to have an unbelievable gas tank. And if Khamzat Chimaev is on you for like basically like 4 minutes, 4 minutes of you struggling and him like doing damage and just controlling you, that's gonna gas anyone out. I feel like.
When you're watching it on TV, you're just like, just stand up. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh nah, bro.
You know,
Seriously,
just like, got one leg, just one knee. You've got one knee on the ground now. Just lift yourself up with the other leg.
Well, this is the thing. It's all about
It's
how
that easy. But
it's all about how you distribute your weight, and it may look like on TV, like, oh, he's only like leaning over his hip with his arm over, but like he's like digging his forearm into your leg and his hip into your hip, so you're fucking trapped and you can't move, and it's really hard to get up. But it does look like you're like, well, come on, you've like got a knee up there, just fucking stand up. Nah, and especially with someone like Khamzat, who's just that good he's that good at wrestling. He's that good, man. I mean, like Usman, like such a high level wrestler, and he just couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything. I mean, until he was on.
you couldn't do anything for that first.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like on the
Sorry,
feet,
mate.
and in the later rounds, he was doing really well. I actually thought that fight should have been a draw, but
Me too.
yeah. Well,
Mate, I've watched Gilbert Burns and Chimaev back, and I was like, Burns won that fight, man.
I'm gonna have to rewatch
Like that is a seriously close fight, and like he lost the first round, but he won the second and third.
I'll have to rewatch
But like
that one, yeah.
Oh, it's a brilliant fight, and like it seemed that both Kamaru Usman, I mean, the first round aside, it seemed like they were rabbit in the headlights against Chimaev for like the best part of like a round and a bit. You could see like none of them wanted to engage because obviously he's got powerful punches and stuff like that. But like Usman was kind of just like wandering around in a circle until halfway through the second round. He's like, actually, I can strike with this guy,
Yeah.
I can, and he even tried to take him down as well. And so did Gilbert Burns. And I just think that like with DDP, he's not going to watch you. He's not going to be that rabbit in the headlight. He's going to engage. He's going to make you throw punches. He's going to try and get you on the back foot. He might be dumb enough to even like shoot for a takedown. That wouldn't surprise me at all. But I just think he's so aggressive, and he overcomes opponents with just volume and weird technique. And if he does win this, he's quite undeniable as like one of the all-time great middleweights. Especially with the resume he's got,
Yeah, I think.
And you see the difference with the two Strickland fights. How much he's like improved in that time, and he wasn't afraid just to make it a striking match against like one of the best strikers of middleweight.
Yeah, well, this
like
is what I mean.
Strickland.
This is what I mean. Like Dricus has looked good in his last fights, but like I mean, they've all been against strikers, and like I say, his last fight against a wrestler was 2 years ago. That's a long time to not have a camp. And look, I know obviously Dricus will train his grappling, regardless, outside of fight camp, during fight camp. But like having a whole fight camp dedicated, I would imagine, dedicated primarily to wrestling, and he's not had to really do that since 2023, and it's against someone who's like Khamzat to Brunson, bro. It's like different levels of like wrestling. Like if we saw that Brunson, even back in 23, like if we saw Brunson versus Chimaev being booked, what would people be saying? They'd be like, fucking lamb to slaughter, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like he he struggled with Brunson in the wrestling, and he obviously beat him on the feet. And I think this is going to be the same thing with this fight. It's going to be he needs to beat Khamzat on the feet. If he doesn't beat him on the feet, he's not winning this fight. If Khamzat's cardio is better, like what people are saying it is, even if DDP gets past the first round, and Khamzat's still got the cardio to go, maybe it'll be like maybe he'll be able to go again, round 2, just take him down again. Who knows? But
Yeah, if you can get him down and keep him down, that's obviously like his path to victory. But whether he can do that for 5 rounds with his cardio, I just can't see it happening. You know.
yeah, I don't
And
think it goes
I
5
know, like,
rounds though. That's what I'm saying.
Brunson,
I don't think it's gonna have to go 5 rounds. I know DDP is very resilient. He's very strong. Well, like this is another thing that people say. DDP's so strong. It's like, yeah, he is, but that's implying that Khamzat's not. He's so fucking strong, bro. Like the amount, like you can just tell with how people just can't get up. You know, people just can't get up. They can't stop these takedowns. You know, they can't stop. You know, his submissions. His squeeze is ridiculous. You know, and there's a video of him repping the 50 kg dumbbells. I don't know if anyone's seen that. That shit's wild.
yeah,
That's so heavy.
yeah.
You know,
He's like a bigger Khabib, isn't he? In
yeah,
wrestling, you know, he just
exactly
reminds
that.
me of that, where you see like Al Quinta's face or Edson Barboza's
Yeah,
face, and they're just like, "What the fuck do
yeah,
I do?"
yeah,
But
yeah,
I do think that like, well, Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns are both welterweights. I think DDP he's probably going to come in on the night as a light heavyweight, at least. You know, he's probably going to weigh 210 pounds, I reckon.
yeah.
Like
Well,
probably over
here's the
like
thing, right?
heavyweight.
Here's the thing, right? And I
And he's going
know.
to be like a big guy to try and ragdoll.
Listen, right? I'm not comparing myself to DDP by any means, but what I am gonna say is when I'm sparring, right? And again, I'm not DDP. I'm not high level, all right. But we go on about strength and size being like a really important factor, and it is to an extent. But it's also mainly about technique because when I'm sparring, right, these lightweight guys at my gym that have been training for longer than I have, and they're obviously a lot better than I am in grappling and stuff like that. They feel so heavy and so strong because they know the techniques. They know how to distribute the weight. They know where they need to be. You know what positions they need to be in. And like I'm probably stronger than they are in like just everyday life. You know, like lifting weights. You know, like grip strength. You know, like if we went to a gym, I could probably like outlift them, and I'm probably stronger than they are. Like just for strength. But you can't just rely on like I mean DDP has done up until this point, so I don't know. You know, he's just kind of done it. But with someone who's as technical and really good at wrestling and grappling as Khamzat, you can't just rely on brute strength because he'll know how to position himself to make it so like he feels like a ton of bricks. Because that's what's really like me. I weigh at the moment, I think I'm 85 kilo. All right. I'm grappling guys that are some of them are 70 kilo. So I've got a good 15 kilos on top of them. And when I'm on top of them, if my leg is in the wrong place, or if I'm too high up, or if I'm too low down, they're able to just shuck me off, even though I weigh 15
Yeah,
kilos more than them, and it's because I'm not positioned right. People like Khamzat, I mean DDP probably weighs more than Khamzat, right? But Khamzat's going to be able to know, right, my knee needs to be on his hip. My arm needs to be here. I need to have my head positioned here. I need to be laying this way and this way. And this is why he's so fucking good, because he's so good at the wrestling. Even people like
yeah,
Usman, who are also amazing at wrestling, can't deal with it just because of how good he is and how technical. And not only is he technical, but he's also very, very strong. And having strength and knowing what to do properly, that's like a different level. And I know DDP's strong, but we've seen him grapple. It's sloppy. He's pulling people on top of him from the clinch, and he's still winning somehow. I don't know how the fuck he does it. But his wrestling's not great. It's I mean, you can admit he kind of just relies on his brute strength rather than his technique. But you can't be doing that against someone as high level as Khamzat, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I agree with all that. So I think it's going to come down to technique or cardio, and that's I think everybody already knows this. We probably didn't even have to, anybody who's watched their careers knows their paths, and knows their attributes, and what's going to win. If they were on UFC 5 computer game, is Khamzat Chimaev is good at grappling, and DDP has got huge cardio, and his technique is probably 3 bars, and Chimaev's is 5.
Yeah.
It's vice versa. They're complete opposites. So it's one, I've said it already, but one thing, they're just not going to quit. And I can see Chimaev even just being going gassed out, just throw in windmills in the 5th round and just. Mate, this fight is going to be so good. I cannot wait.
It's going to be. It's either going to be.
I'm going to have to be. I'm going to be watching it on my fucking phone though, which is annoying.
Man. It's going to be really good for both ways, because it's either going to be a round 1 domination and it's going to be a holy shit moment, or it's going to be a 5-round slog and it's going to be an absolute war. Which will be interesting. But yeah, I just
the good thing about it is they've still got a long career ahead of them. These are both in their prime now. This could be a trilogy fight if they continue to be if they continue their current form, which I hope they do. And then you put Fluffy Hernandez in there as well at middleweight. That'll be. He looks so good, didn't he?
I mean,
toying with it.
Yeah, I mean, me fucking betting on fucking Roman Dolidze for 3,000 points. Fucking.
But I don't blame you, because against Vettori, he was manhandling him around, and Vettori's he's all right, But Dolidze was just pushing him around the ring, and he just around the octagon. He looked like he had great cardio. Something about Fluffy Hernandez it's just gasses people out after round 1.
No.
It was
even in the striking, though, right? Let's get on to Khamzat striking, because he does get sloppy in the later rounds. But DDP's sloppy from the get go, and well, I don't want to say it. Sorry, I'm gonna take that back, because that's not true. He looked much better in this Strickland rematch. But he's not very technical, is what I'll say. He isn't sloppy. He's not the most technical. Although he did throw a spinning back kick on Strickland in the rematch, which was pretty fucking nice to see. But Khamzat's got power. Khamzat has got powerful hands. I mean, we saw, like I said, one punch. The first cross that he threw knocked out GM3, slumped him. And I know it's Gerald Mears shot. It's okay, it's not that big of a win, but it's still you've got to have power to do that. One didn't even need to rock him, just boom, flush on the chin. And then obviously he's dropping burns, and I think a big part of it is because people are a bit hesitant to start with Khamzat. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to go first, because they think, if I throw a punch, maybe he's gonna time a takedown on me. So they're kind of a bit don't want to go first. And that's why he's able to kind of come out with the takedowns, or the shots that he is throwing. And it's just he has got great striking, and even his kicks, man. I can't remember who it was against. I mean, I think it was his debut, maybe. And it's against a nobody, but he's coming out right, and he goes, head kick into a double leg. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, who the fuck goes head kick and then shoots down into a double leg? And I don't think he's going to do that against someone like DDP. But it's just people.
But he's got. I know it doesn't look like the best technique, but apparently this is what they've been working on. It's like, I don't know if you play golf or not, or tennis or whatever. Like, if you go to a tennis coach and they teach you how to serve, they're gonna try and teach you to serve like Andy Roddick or Federer, you know, because that's the perfect technique.
Yeah.
But there could be like a weird way of serving, like Nick Kyrgios, which nobody can teach, but he can hit it harder than anyone else. And I think that's the excuse, I guess you want to say, that that the DDP's coaches have said they've been working on for his whole career. It's like they're not doing things by the book. They're like working with what he has and trying to progress that. And it might just be like the 1 in 1,000 style that doesn't matter what his technique. It's not perfect, but it's the one that works. You know.
I will say that I don't know who you gonna bring in sparring that's gonna replicate DDP. You know, I don't think there's anyone really. It's the same with like trying to replicate someone like fucking I don't know, like Yuri or something. They're so they're so unorthodox that it's really hard to try and get someone in like that.
They say that about Dominic Cruz, don't they? It's like, who you going to get in there that does this like weird running away in and out style. I guess like DDP is kind of like that for middleweight, with he just comes in like windmilling around, and he's going to catch you with something, and then and then overpower you. But he did like drop Whitaker with a jab out of the southpaw, stance. So
I mean, I do think DDP's definitely got the advantage on the feet, but like Khamzat still got hands, like he can still trade, and he has got, although he gasses out, he's very durable, like he does survive, and he got dropped by Burns, and he carried on, whether people think that he won or lost that fight, he didn't get finished, he still was able to kind of carry on. So he is also quite durable. But like I say, we don't know what his cardio is going to be like.
He got his head spun around by Burns.
Because it's like I say, he's got a new conditioning coach, the fucking EPO coach, So maybe his cardio is going to come in and be like miles better. I will say, if he comes into this fight and he's fighting a 5-round pace, I'm going to be very, very skeptical. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be questioning something, in that camp. You know what I mean? It's going to be...
Was it like Marab just found his cardio in like 6 months, just out of nowhere? He just became like a 5-round, like absolute machine.
Yeah.
I think, what do you think about like DDP's kicks then? Is like, I think he's got a good high kick as well, hasn't he? Off the back foot. And also like the calf. Nobody really exchanges like calf kicks with Chimaev. I think that might be like a way to stop the takedowns coming in the first round. It's just like trying to kick shit out of that lead leg.
I think
it's coming.
I think what DDP needs to do, right, is not give Khamzat any room, right? Because Khamzat's best weapon is that, like, straight away that shoot, that fucking double leg shoot. And if you close that distance, how is he gonna shoot? He's not gonna be able to get low enough to shoot. And if he does, you're gonna be able to like throw a knee up or something because you're in that like range. I think DDP needs to he could throw the low kicks. I think he just needs to fucking walk him down. Just don't show any fear. Don't show any respect. And like I say, I think he does beat him on. I think he does beat Khamzat on the feet, but he needs to get in he needs to be in my opinion, in boxing range. Because if he's in kicking range, that's also shooting range for Khamzat. Because he shoots from quite far out. It isn't like he's up close and then he goes like down. He's always like diving in. If you've noticed, he'll walk in, the round will start. He'll literally fucking dive down to his leg, to his opponent's legs, and that's how we'll get them down. So I
Yeah,
think
he's so
DDP needs to
explosive,
close
isn't
the
he? That like
distance.
that's what I think is like cardio just has been drained. Is just like his explosiveness. You know,
Yeah,
he's 0 to 100 real fast. Like everything is like really
yeah.
explosive movements. Like even when he's got the opponent down, he's like changing positions and looking for a better position, and it's all
Mm.
really quick movements that drain energy a lot. Um, yeah, it's so interesting. Like it's just a great fucking fight. I can't
Well,
wait for it.
maybe in this camp, they've looked back and gone, you know what, Hamza, with this guy like DDP, with his gas tank, maybe you need to slow down a little bit. Don't be so explosive, and also we're gonna really work on your cardio to try to combine those two. Like not being so like adrenaline rushed, and also we're gonna improve your cardio going into this fight, to give you a better chance. But no one's been able to stop a Khamzat takedown yet, and I don't think DDP, as strong as he is, with his grappling ability that we've seen, I don't think he's gonna stop. I don't think he's gonna be able to stop this takedown. This first takedown in the first 15 seconds. DDP's only hope to stop the first takedown is to time it with a knee and knock him out cold. I don't think he's going to defend it because, like I said, going back to the Brunson fight, I know I've said it 4 or 5 times now, but like, if Brunson can get you down and grapple you and get in favourable positions, Khamzat will be able to as well. DDP's not a wrestler. He's not got great wrestling. He's just kind of goofy and strong and durable. And I don't think he's going to be able to time a sprawl or like wrestle his way back up to his feet. Once Khamzat gets you down, you're down for that round. You might as well just try and defend because you're not getting back up. And I think if he does go down, that's Khamzat's best chance to just try and get something on him. I mean, he could either just try and piece him up, break his nose, because he's had surgery on that nose, try and break that nose, make it hard for him to breathe, or just do a bit of that, and then when DDP's like this, go under the chin, get a fucking crank going, and Crocop says here it's not about stopping the takedown. No one did it before. It's about surviving the takedown, and I do think if anyone can survive it, it is DDP, but it's about surviving it, and then like I say, being on the bottom is so tiring. It's so tiring. I never understood it until I did it, and I was like, "Fuck me, this is awful." And then you get back up again, and you're so lightheaded because you've just got back up, and you're like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?" And then knowing Khamzat, even if DDP gets back up again, he's shooting again. And then because you're tired, you're like, oh, fucking hell, not again. I can see that happening. Maybe DDP gets up, they separate, Khamzat, faints high for like a jab, and boom, goes down low again.
Yeah.
I think the first round, obviously, he's going to be like all Khamzat, and if he doesn't end inside 2, I can see it going DDP's way, unless Khamzat's magically got cardio from this new conditioning coach, because they've been training a lot, training a lot. I don't know, man. I think I'm not saying that. I know it sounds like I am. I'm not saying DDP's got no chance. I think like I say, if anyone can survive Khamzat's onslaught in the first round, I mean, Usman did it, Burns did it, DDP could do it too. But my only concern is, Burns has obviously done jiu-jitsu. Usman's obviously a wrestler. So obviously they're going to be able to survive that short shit. And to be fair, Khamzat didn't even grapple against Gilbert Burns. Probably because he knew that Burns had good jiu-jitsu. But with Usman, I mean, he's a good wrestler. So he's going to be able to... If he can't get up, he's going to know, right, I'm not getting up, I'll just defend. And he did. And it worked for him. But DDP...
On a few occasions, he called Burns back to the feet.
Yeah.
Off memory,
Yeah.
there's a few occasions he was like, "Come on, stand up." He didn't want to go to the ground with him. Like,
fight IQ on Khamzat, bro. He isn't gonna go to the ground with someone who's a BJJ black belt. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be smart about it. If he knows that, I mean, if he got him down with a takedown, then maybe. But if he knocks Burns down and Burns is waiting for you to go in his guard, nah, bro, you're not fucking doing that. No way. But with DDP, he doesn't really have any wrestling credentials. He's not like known for his unreal grappling and this and that and his his jiu-jitsu or anything like this. I mean, he can do it obviously, but like the only people that have survived against Khamzat have been the guys that have backgrounds in grappling, and DDP hasn't got that. And I feel like if he goes down, he's not getting up, and he might be able to survive just by pure like will and just being a fucking block and just being resilient. But it's gonna be a case of I'm just gonna defend and survive, and if he can do that for the first 2 rounds or first 1.5 rounds, I mean, I'm gonna lean towards DDP. I'd be very surprised if Khamzat gets a finish in the later rounds. I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I just think that DDP is going to be big enough and durable enough to survive, and that's all it is for me. And I think he's just going to get past the 3rd round, and I just think he's going to land more strikes. There might be an opportunity where he drops him and manages to take his back and rain down shots. Or it goes to decision and DDP's outstruck him. Unless it's like a 10-8 the first round, similar to Usman or something like that. A draw might be a good bet on this, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
Maybe. Right, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do closing, and then we'll read a few chats, because there's been a few things in here. Because I'm not on StreamYard. I haven't been able to save any, but we'll just go through. I'll see if I can pick any good ones, and we'll just respond to them. So, if you want, I'll go first since you opened, so you can go last if you like. You can have the last say. And then we'll read some chats, and then we'll get off. Because we're going for nearly an hour at this point. Right, 5 minutes. So, and we'll do the silk pajamas thing as well, because I didn't do that yet. So
all right,
we'll do that next.
New season.
Yeah, man. Right. So I feel like this. I mean, we've been over it. I do think it's close. I don't like the odds. I don't like the fact that Khamzat's like a heavy favorite, and DDP's like the clear underdog. I think it needs to be more of a pick'em. To be honest with you, but in saying that, I do think Khamzat's gonna win. I think he's gonna get an early round. I think he's gonna get a finish inside. I think he's gonna get a submission inside 2 rounds. I think he's gonna overwhelm DDP on the ground. We've seen DDP struggle with Brunson, who's a wrestler in the past, and his past 4 fights have been against strikers, so he's not had to really prepare for a wrestler, let alone a wrestler the caliber of Khamzat Chimaev, in fucking 2 years, maybe, like over 2 years, maybe, whenever that fight with Brunson was. And like I say, he made so many mistakes, and he was in such bad positions against Derek Brunson. And I feel like Khamzat, if Brunson can do that, Khamzat can definitely do that, And I'm not saying that DDP hasn't improved, but I just feel like we've not seen anything to really suggest that his grappling has improved, because he hasn't done anything with his grappling. I mean, people thought he was going to grapple Shord in the second fight, and he didn't. He just stand and bang and outstruck him, which was fucking great. But Khamzat's not going to go in there for a fucking striking match. And if DDP's coach is serious about wanting to beat Khamzat at his own game, I think that's a terrible idea. It's like when people used to say, "Oh, I'm gonna go strike with Alex Pereira to go prove a point." Great idea, guys. You know, I mean, unless you're Ankalaev, but everyone was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go and strike with Alex," and then they get knocked out. All of them, apart from Ankalaev, but gives me that sort of vibe. It's like saying, I'm gonna go wrestle with when I fight. It's like if Justin Gaethje was like, I can wrestle, so I'm gonna go wrestle Habib and really go beat him and prove my wrestling's good. It's stupid. So if DDP does that, it's gonna be a rough night. And I feel like Khamzat's just gonna get it done, man. Round two. Inside 2 rounds, I'm gonna go for Khamzat via submission. If it goes past 2 rounds, I'll lean towards DDP. Maybe a TKO in round 4. Either way, it's gonna be a fucking amazing fight. This is like the biggest fight that I can remember. I think the last fight that felt this big was Islam and Volk. In my opinion, I can't really remember another fight in recent memory that was this big and this important. Because the winner of this fight has a chance to go down as like one of the greatest middleweights, if not the greatest middleweight of all time at some point. Like whoever wins this fight, they ain't losing to anyone else at middleweight, in my opinion. If DDP beats Khamzat, no one's beating him. If Khamzat beats DDP, no one's beating him. So either way, we're going to find out who the real boogeyman is at middleweight, and I'm fucking pumped. And with that, I will yield my time. And if you want to go, you don't have to use it all the time, but go for it.
Sure, thank you. Well, going off this debate, I'm going to use my time to talk about the absolute disrespect on Derek Brunson, and it's just outrageous. I actually quite like him. He was good for a while when he beat Darren Till. He's got seriously long arms as well. What's that Crash Bandicoot? Like, have you seen that meme? Yeah. So about this fight, man, I think everybody's got the same opinion. It's just going to be Chimaev early or DDP late, and I think it's quite as simple as that. And yeah, I like. The reason why I'm picking DDP is quite simply because of like the price of him. He's like great value. I do think it's closer to 50-50. He's also like the champ. It's a middleweight, and I haven't seen enough of Chimaev to. Like, he could be amazing. He has got this huge kind of aura about him, where everyone believes he's going to be like this amazing fighter, and like I agree with that, but I just haven't seen enough of it at middleweight yet, especially with his like cardio issues, which are complete obvious to me, unless he's like springs a surprise and he changes his tactics, which I don't think he will. I think he's got a big ego, and he's going to come out trying to smash Dricus. And I think Dricus has got the ability and durability to withstand it early on. He's a survivor, and I think he's going to get out of the first few rounds, and then start applying pressure and taking over the fight. And it's either going to be a late stoppage, round 5 TKO, or decision win for DDP.
All right, lovely stuff. Right, so before we get into some chats, I want to very, very quickly, we'll go on to... No, you won't be able to see my screen, because in fact, I could probably share it. Hold on. Let me see if I can share it. Share screen. Alright, there we go. Share screen. Right, I think you can. Oh no, it won't let me do it when the. It won't let me do it. Right, hold on. I won't be able to share it, but right, so I'll just tell you what I'm doing, but I'll share it to the chat. I'll share it to the chat. Right, so we have got.
Well, Thanks, by the way. You always like shout us out. It's like it's a really good group you've got going on. I think those it gets quite competitive in that and quite close.
Yeah,
Who won it
man.
last?
It
Who
was
won the
it was
promo?
Punisher.
Punisher.
Hold on, let me try and it's not fucking
Congratulations
working.
to
It's fucking
Punisher.
playing up. Hold on a sec. Right, there we go. Okay, yeah, it was Punisher. Punisher won it somehow. He said he didn't put any bets on for the rest of the season. Well, Punisher
He's,
only won it because I fucking decided to I decided to be stupid and bet 3,000 points on Roman Dolidze. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread my points out over the main card. All right, so I'm going from Michael Venom Page up to Khamzat Chimaev and DDP. So what I'm going to do is what these black flags mean, by the way, on the main event.
I think it's something to do with the website version. If you go on your mobile, there should come up with America, South Africa, and
Oh, right, okay.
I'm not sure what Chimaev fights out of. Is it Russia or Sweden?
I think he's changed it so many times. All right, so I'm going to go 200 points on Khamzat. I'm only going to use one of my wild cards per card. It's not going to be I'm not going to do the Khamzat one. I'm going to go Lerone Murphy again to beat Pico. I did my picks the other day on stream. I'm going to go Kaya Sakura, make pick. I'm then going to go with my wild card. I'm going to go Prates via KO on Jeff Neal. I think that's pretty...
I love Prates, man.
Yeah, Prates is cool, man. I mean, I picked Ian Gary to beat him, and I was correct. So everyone was like, "No, there's no way Ian Gary's gonna beat him," and he did. And then Michael Venom Page for 200 points. So there we go. There's my Silk Pajamas picks. It's a fun game. I do it every card. You guys
we should do a little prize this season because there's actually like 3 good cards. It's 319 and then Shanghai, which will be like early morning for us in the UK. I think
nice.
it start at like 10 o'clock in the morning or something, so it'd be perfect.
Really?
And yeah, I think it did last time when it was in Macau. So I guess it's similar times. I haven't completely checked, but that's where it was in Macau last time.
That is perfect.
And then it's Barrett.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect because that's when my daughter goes for a nap around about 10, 11. So that's perfect for me.
There we go. Boom in. Have a think of a little prize that you could do. Have you got any memorabilia? What about that
I don't actually have any memorabilia. No.
Maybe I'll put something up.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Have a think with your chat and then let me know, and I'll give it to the winner.
Nice one. Northwest says, "What website is this? I can get on it." It's in my description. Just click the link, and then there's the pin in my description as well. So just copy and paste that in, and you'll get into the group. It's good fun. It's free. It's not real money. It's just a good old time. So we've got the poll's actually 50-50. 24 votes. DDP 50%. Chimaev 50%. So we'll leave it going for a little bit longer. This is what I mean. Like,
who's gonna get the casting
vote?
It's
so split. It's so split down the middle, which is how you know this is a good fight. Because like, if you look at like like Ilya versus Charles, even though you thought Charles would win for some reason.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
I think most people, the vast majority, were like, "Yeah, Ilya's gonna beat him." But with this, it's genuinely 50-50. Like people just don't know. Victor says Khamzat is the most overrated UFC fighter.
Who said that, Victor?
Yeah, Victor says Khamzat is the most overrated UFC fighter. I mean, I can kind of see what he means because he's not really like his best win is Robert Whittaker. But it's like Robert Whittaker. I mean, DDP already beat him. He's arguably not as good as what he was But he's still fucking good though. It isn't like he ain't no slouch. And I remember people picking Robert Whittaker to beat Khamzat in that fight because I was one of them. Very bad pick on my point.
Here's a hypothetical situation, which means absolutely fuck all. But if Kamaru Usman and Chimaev was over 5 rounds, I think he would have got fraud checked.
You reckon?
I think so.
I mean, I reckon. Yeah. I'm not gonna try and argue that. Yeah, I reckon if that was a 5 round like fight night main event or something, yeah, I think Usman would have got that. Cause
I think they offered him 5 rounds because he was a late. If my memory is right, he was a late call up. I think.
yeah, he was.
Was he supposed to fight somebody else, and they
yeah,
they called up Kamaru
Usman. Usman was short notice. I can't remember who he was supposed to fight. Was it?
I'll
Wait.
no,
No, it wasn't. No, I was gonna say it was Nate Diaz, but no, because he fought Kevin Holland instead. On the same card.
That was Kevin Holland. Yeah.
Who was he supposed to?
I'll have a look on Tapology now.
Yeah. Have a look. Was it Robert Whittaker? No, he was meant to fight Robert Whittaker and then he pulled out. So that's why Robert Whittaker fought Aliskerov.
Oh, what a card this was! Islam Makhachev and Volkanovski, and then Chimaev and Usman as a co-main.
Damn.
Right.
Who was he supposed to fight?
Let me see. Paulo Costa.
Oh yes. I remember that. Yeah. And then Paulo Costa just kind of dipped for a while.
Yeah, beast in his eyebrow or something.
BRG Josh says, Bromo, are you serious? DDP obviously wins. Have you ever seen the lad down a pint? I have. He can down a pint fucking quick, bro. It's crazy. He's downing that shit like it's fucking water.
Mate, even the presser's gonna be fucking funny with
dude,
DDP, you know.
I'm also people that are in here, I'm gonna go live for the presser, just because I think it could be fun to talk about. I'm gonna go live a bit before, we can make some predictions on what DDP is gonna say to Chimaev. We could make a bingo card for it. Maybe that could be quite fun. Bingo card. What's DDP gonna say to Chimaev? Is he gonna mention the dictator? Is Khamzat gonna mention that he kisses his coaches? Who knows? But we'll go live for it and we'll watch it. It should be good fun. Ivars. This is a good one. This DDP is the only fighter who can get 10-8'd and then be a live favourite the next round. That's fucking solid. Oh god, that is good. He probably would be as well. He'd probably be like, yo, this is where DDP fucking brings it back now. Persian says, let's all be honest, Francis beats Tom. Dunno, bro. It's an interesting one. What do you think on that one, Joe?
Fucking hell, that is an interesting one. I would say Tom Aspinall just because where's Francis been for the last few years, Yeah,
like he wasn't even on the Africa card, was he? He? Like the PFL Africa card that they did, he just wasn't on it.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with him, but I would love to see that.
That'd be amazing.
The heavyweight needs Ngannou back,
I think Dana White needs to just stop being such a little fucking baby and just put his differences to one side with Francis and think, what's the biggest fight that he could possibly make? And it's not John and Tom, it's Tom and Francis, man. That's the biggest heavyweight fight in maybe UFC history, maybe. That could be huge, and that'd fucking do numbers. That'd do numbers, and you'd be able to sell out literally anywhere for that.
Well, he's just a mega star now since leaving the UFC and doing boxing.
Yeah,
like Ngannou.
Yeah. And since murdering that girl as well. Yeah, wait. Sorry. No, she died in the hospital because of fucking. What was it? Wow, what was it? What's that thing that they put you to sleep with?
Anesthetic.
Yeah, that one. Apparently, the doctors gave her too much, and that's how she died. It wasn't anything to do with being plowed by a motorcycle. Bit weird that.
With Ngannou on the back.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, it was the doctor's fault. Crocop says, "Are we really having a debate about what DDP is going to do in a fight? Have we learnt nothing?" That's a good point. I mean, in the Strickland 1 fight, he did headbutt Sean's hip and then punch his arse cheek. So you are right. Are we really going to break it down? You know, like, are we really going to break it down? I don't know. Yeah, Crocop says it's not about stopping the takedown. It's about surviving it. Yeah, I think if anyone can survive it without a wrestling background or grappling background, it is DDP. Just by plot armor, I guess.
And Usman.
Yeah, I mean Usman's fucking solid, isn't he? Usman's solid. DDP by accidental axe kick. I could say, yeah. That would surprise me. That would surprise me.
Kick, like a Pele.
I imagine a Pele kick, bro. Be like some WWE shit. That'd be crazy. Fucking DDP via fucking springboard, fucking Hurricane Rana or something. Fucking 619 in Khamzat Chimaev around the pole.
Hurricane Rana. I haven't heard that word since I was about 14.
Give him a fucking head scissor or something. Apparently, also, Islam's not fighting JDM because he's got a shoulder injury. Says Northwest. It's all over MMA media. Apparently, don't know if that's true. But yeah, apparently, what am I saying? Islam's got what is it? A shoulder injury. Don't know about that one, but
get back down to lightweight and fight Ilya. Stop being a pussy.
Northwest has just signed up on the website. He says, "Cool website." He's made his picks. Oh,
thanks, Northwest.
Cool. Hell yeah,
legend.
Crocop says,
"See if we can get 10 people in that group."
You are? 10
if we can get to like 10, it might be like more fun, you know, really competitive.
How many people are in it? Let me have a look. How many?
I think there's 6 or now 7.
There's 7 people.
7, yeah.
Come on, let's get 3 more people to join up, and we'll get a 10 fucking people group. That'd be sick. Let's see. Usman vs Khamzat was a draw, clearly. Says Crocop. I agree with that one. Victor thinks that Usman won the fight. I can see an argument for it, but yeah, I think a draw. You don't think the first round was a 10-8? What do you think about that? Do you think the first round was a 10-8 for Usman and Khamzat?
I think all judges scored it a 10-8, right?
Yeah, but what do you think? Would you class it as a 10-8, do you think?
Mate, it was close to a 10-8, you know. I'm not mad that they scored it that way. I mean, it was pretty dominant, like, rounds. I'm not sure if Usman landed a punch. I watched it earlier. I can't remember if he did or not.
I mean, if he did,
it wasn't like much damage, but it was so like it was complete domination.
Hold on.
Let me see.
Whoa, hold on a second. Breaking news from Persian. Full Violence apparently just posted Ilya versus Paddy Pimblett. Is that? Did they really post that? Whereabouts did they post it? Where did they post it on their YouTube thing? If so, that's ridiculous. That should not be a fight that's happening next.
I don't see anything on Twitter.
I'll have a look on their what is it, on their YouTube community posts.
Was it Full Violence?
Yeah, Full Violence. Wait, Persian's got a laughing emoji. Maybe he's fucking. Maybe he's trolling me. Maybe he's trolling me.
Yeah, there's nothing on their Twitter
Bromo's
account.
teddy
I
bear
guess
is
it'd be
judging
all over.
him. Listen, don't you fucking come at me and fucking Graham. All right, you listen here. Dude got Persian
What do you think
baited.
of
Yeah.
Chimaev shorts?
Huh?
What do you think of Chimaev shorts?
Um. Bromo, it's a joke. Oh, fuck you, Persian. All right. Listen, Persian, don't you come on here, all right? After you ducked me on Sunday, all right. Uh, Khamzat shorts. I don't like him. I think the wolf looks too gentle.
Cartoony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would like to see like I don't know, some like abstract like artwork, a bit more abstract. Like it kind of looks like they've gone into like ChatGPT and gone generate cartoon wolf image and just gone slap that on
Yeah.
some shorts. You know, I don't
Yeah.
like him. I mean, they could have made him look a lot cooler, a lot cooler. I think DDP's got. I think DDP's genuinely got the nicest shorts. I think they're fucking beautiful. I love how the waistband is the South African flag. I really like
I
DDP's
haven't,
custom shorts. I think they are the nicest.
I haven't seen them. Let me have a look.
Sorry, Punisher keeps saying sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Ilya versus Gaethje is set for December. That's clown shit as well. That's clown shit as well. That's nah. It shouldn't be that. Shouldn't be that. But then again,
Can't be sure.
who should it be though? If not, I mean, it should be Paddy and Gaethje, and then the winner gets Ilya maybe. Well, actually, no. I mean, it should be Arman really, but he's just sitting out
Should
on.
be Armin, but Armin could have fought like
I know. Well, this is what I was gonna.
Fiziev,
Yeah, I know.
or like someone like that, and just got a win and like gone onto it on.
He's just refusing
Like
fights
it's
now, isn't
been
he?
14 months now or something since he's last fought.
He's just been
So
refusing fights, I
he
think, hasn't he? Yeah.
doesn't deserve it, and like
No.
give it to Paddy, man. That's how everybody wants to see it. The thing is, that if you don't give it to Paddy and you make Paddy fight Arman, like I think he beats Gaethje, but he could lose to Arman, and you just won't see that fight because I think Ilya probably fight a handful of times, and he might even move up to welterweight, like for his last fight and retire.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't think Ilya's here for a long time, is he? He wants to try and chase gold status and dip.
Yeah.
Ilya's shorts are the best. Ilya's shorts are nice, bro. I don't know, something about DDP shorts, man. How they just everything fits nicely. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but I
Yeah,
think they look really clean. Look really clean.
Pereira shorts are good.
They're all right. I think
like those.
I think the worst ones are probably like I mean, Oliveira's are disgusting to look at.
Hey.
Adesanya's shorts look like they were designed by a fucking child that's gone, what's cool? Oh, lightning's cool. I'll put that on my shorts. I'm like, what's hilarious is that like that whole build up is like, I'm the real, I'm the African, and your shorts have nothing. Like there's no Nigeria flag. It's just like, oh, let me get some gold lightning on there because I like anime. You know, it's just.
I tell you whose shorts are class is Volkanovski's. Green, gold, and it's got like a Caesar's crown.
Yeah. Oh yes, they are nice. They're
the best ones. Yeah.
Ian Gary's are shit. They're just purple.
Are they custom or just purple shorts?
Are they custom? Well, who else has?
I just thought they were purple shorts.
I'm pretty sure they're custom.
How the fuck does Ian Gary get custom shorts?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong, but.
Well, Paddy's got them as well, isn't he? He's got like orange.
Yeah. Because I don't think a lot of people do purple shorts. I mean, even still, like Sean O'Malley's a shit as well. They're just pink. I think Sean O'Malley's just like, how can I be different? Oh, I'll just get pink ones because I'm fruity and I wear pink.
Bryce has got camo ones, isn't he?
Bryce has got some cool shorts, man. I like Bryce. Hey, I mean, it's all thanks to Bryce, really, that everyone's getting their own shorts. I will say though, I don't know why Khalil Roundtree got custom shorts. I like him, but what has he done to deserve custom shorts? You know what I mean? I mean they are nice, but I mean, not even Jamal Hill's got him. So why's Khalil got him? You know, what I mean? He's so weird. It's really.
I
Really
thought it was
strange.
just the champs, but obviously, as long as you got an ounce of personality and you're not a boring fuck, then they'll give you your own shorts.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Although I don't like him, I do like John Jones shorts. They are pretty cool.
Pantojas are pretty
Mm. I wonder what
cool.
Tom's are gonna be. Tom should so put ducks on his shorts. Tom should
Yeah,
so put ducks
that'll
on his
be
shorts, bro.
little rubber duckies.
That'd be fucking awesome. Oh god, get
Yeah,
some rubber duckies on
legit.
there, dude. That'd be so fucking good. UFC need to do the Vegas Globe thing again. The fucking sphere. They should do
Yeah.
they should do the sphere, and they should put better fights on there. Like, well, sorry, not better. Well, better names on there, should I say? You know, because the last sphere card for name value wasn't that great, really.
Is it O'Malley and Devashvili was
Yeah, and then it was
the main event?
Shevchenko and some other woman, and then it was like Zellhuber and
Grasso,
Ribovic,
was it?
and
Shevchenko and Grasso,
yeah, probably. I
I
don't know.
think.
I don't really, literally, I don't fucking. The only women's fights that I really care about now, Whaley's and probably Kayla Harrison's because she's basically a man. So, Shevchenko's all right, but I feel like her style's got a bit stale. You know what I mean? As she's got older, her
Yeah.
style's kind of like slowed
WMMA has
down.
been pretty good lately. Jocelyn Edwards looked good on the weekend.
Yeah, I won't know to be
I
honest.
mean, yeah,
I would-
usually when it comes on, it's one of those where you go and make a cup of tea or something, you
Mm.
know, or
Well,
go get something from the fridge.
I am actually doing. I am watching the whole card on Saturday just because it is such a big one, and I am gonna go live for the whole thing. And since there's 16 people in here, right? Fight companion this weekend. If Khamzat Chimaev loses, the beard's gone. I'm shaving it, and I love my beard. I've been trying to grow a beard since I was in high school. I finally got one. If Khamzat loses, I'm shaving it. If DDP wins via submission, I am going Dagestani style for I think someone said at least 3 streams, which means I'll have to go to training with a Dagestani beard, which won't be good.
You have to get Chimaev's custom shorts as well and take them into training.
The fucking beard shorts go to training. Should I shave my head as
Full kick
well? Fuck
wanker.
it. Fuck it. I'll go full Hamzat.
Can
Punisher.
you buy the shorts?
Huh?
How about that for a prize?
What's that? What?
Custom shorts for this season.
Custom shorts?
That's-
Oh
Do
wow.
they sell them? You have to wear them to training.
Oh god. Wait, who's buying these custom shorts? Are you saying that I'm buying the custom shorts?
No, I'll buy them.
You'll buy them and then the prize gets.
The prize will be the custom shorts. You can
Oh,
pick who
there you
you
go,
want.
guys.
Go on.
If you want to win some custom
They're
shorts, then
they're 100 quid.
fucking hell, maybe not then.
Go
I
on,
mean,
I've said it now.
If you want to come up with some prize, we can fucking make some prize, and I'll make sure I won't piss away my points like I did last season.
Well, we have to do it now. Arrange where it is. Go on. Let's just do it for this one. It'll be funny.
Really? Custom shorts?
Yeah. Custom shorts.
Wow. Crocop says custom shorts by choice. So like whoever wins can choose their own shorts.
Yeah.
Boom, right guys. Join the Silk Pajamas group, link in my bio right now. If you win the season, Joe's gonna buy you some custom shorts. Because he said it on
there's
stream
fucking
now.
25% off.
Well, there you go.
Amazing.
There you go. Everyone join. Link in bio. If you want some free custom shorts, join the Silk Pajamas group. All right. and get your picks in. Get your picks in. Victor says, will you send it to Brazil? Because that's where he lives.
If I can, yeah.
If you can, yeah.
If I can.
I mean, you could always just like get like their info and just ship it to them like straight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I wasn't gonna send it to you and then
yeah,
do
well,
it.
yeah. So I guess the winner can get in touch with Joe, give him your details, and then he can ship the shorts out to you. But don't bother
I'll ship them
because
to you.
I'm gonna win it, so I can go to my class. In I'll tell you what, I need to. I might just, you know what I might do if I win, I might wait to cash it in until Yuri gets his custom shorts. Then I'll cash it in.
How hasn't Yuri got custom shorts? If fucking Ian Gary's got them, it's a joke.
Well, listen,
They'll be some samurai
I bet he will.
bad man.
I bet he will. For the next fight. So yeah, I mean, now we have 18 people in. If you want to win some free UFC custom shorts, click the link in my description. All right, you need to place your bets. Person at the end of the season, which is the next 3 cards, person with the most points wins. So get your bets right, okay, and you'll win some custom shorts courtesy of Joe. Thank you for doing that, Joe. That's fucking awesome. That really fucking brings the stakes up
Don't
higher.
worry, mate. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
yeah, that is something to win now. And yeah, make sure there's how to play on that Instagram page. If you get stuck, it's pretty simple though. Yeah, it's not too
Joe,
difficult to figure out.
If you win, are you gonna buy yourself some shorts?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Volkanovski ones, I reckon.
Yeah. Well,
shave my head.
Well, if I do win, I actually might just save it for the Yuri shorts. But Crocup says that if he wins, he wants me to get Chimaev shorts and wear them in training with the new beard. In fact, fun.
If you're the champ, you can do what you want.
Fun fact,
the double
right?
champ does
Fun fact about my training, where I train. My coach actually personally knows Volk. And yeah, and he's been like, Volk came down to open his gym, reopen his gym, and he did a seminar there, and yeah, he's been over with Volk for like fight camps and like title fights and stuff. He's been in the back with Volk and shit like that. So he actually knows Volkanovski, and my brother was doing a private class with him the other day, and he was asking him what's Volk's mindset like right now about fighting, and he was going in depth about how he feels, and it's like, yeah, it's really fucking weird that he like knows him, and yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, my coach personally knows Volkanovski, which is quite cool.
There you go, mate. Big things in the future champ.
Yeah. Listen, right, no bro. I'm actually thinking of maybe at some point, because my brother's moving back down to where I live. I'm thinking of filming some vlogging style content about like training and stuff with him, like fighting and like gym training and stuff, which I think could be quite fun. Because to be honest, I'm kind of like lost on what to do for uploads on this channel. I was working on the Yuri one that I was doing. I was like doing it, and I was like, I just don't know what to do, to be honest. But I am enjoying these streams, so I'm gonna keep streaming. In terms of uploads, I need to figure something out. But streams are coming still until I figure out what to do with the content. Purge wants to know, Bromo, do we get your autograph? Yeah, I'll fucking send my autograph, and you can, and I'll send it to Joe, and he can ship it with the shots.
Photograph in there as well.
Punisher says, yo, JPL, when I win, get me the Dustin Poirier shorts. There we go.
Nice.
Everyone's locking in now. Everyone's locking in. Right, well, what I'm going to do is, what's the league pin? Says Victor. It's in the description. It's in the description.
It's TPU 6mm.
All caps. TPU 6mm. M.
Tango Papa Unicorn. Or is it uniform or unicorn? I never remember. So Tango Papa Uniform 6. What's the one for M? Mother. Motherfucker. Mother.
All right.
Mother.
I know there might not be, so Crow Cop has said, I know there might not be a choice on the UFC site, but is there a choice for the Crow Cop shorts? You have to have a look around to try and find those ones. Where do you go to put the pin? You click the link and then it'll tell you to put the pin in. Or if it doesn't,
you click rankings and then you scroll to join league at the top. So it's like there's a footer menu, events, rankings, news. If you click rankings, and then
I think he's figured it out. He said, "Never mind." Okay. M is Mike. Apparently, it's Mike.
Mike, there we go. What did I say? Mother. Yeah. Mike. That's right.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, well, on that exciting note, we've been going for nearly an hour and a half now. I'm going to the gym in the morning, and it's currently 11 p.m. So I'm gonna go. If people want to if people want to join the Silk Pajamas thing to have a chance of winning some custom shorts, very exciting, and do that. I'll close the poll now. 33 votes. DDP wins 58% to Chimaev 42%. That's interesting. PTSD MMA, you're fucking late, brother. You missed the whole thing. So watch it back. It's an interesting debate, and you might win some custom shorts. Who knows? Thank you, Joe, for coming. Next live stream, I'm gonna live stream on. I'm gonna have to change the days around this week. So instead of doing Friday, I'm doing Thursday because that's when the press conference is, and then I'm doing I'm gonna do the Fight Companion on Saturday, or for me it's gonna be Sunday. And then back to regular streaming schedule next week, and I'm gonna figure out what to do for uploads. I have no idea. I don't know what you guys want to see. If you want to see the old style of Bromo back, where he just yaps, then let me know. If you want to see some more like day in the life sort of thing, like vlogging training, let me know. Bit of both. I'll do whatever. But yeah, thank you for joining. I'll see you on Thursday, and thank you, Joe, again, and I'll see you next time.
Hey mate, no problem. Thank you for having me on. It's been fun.
No worries, brother.
Come on, Dricus.
Yeah, man. Hell no, I don't want to shave my beard. Right, goodbye.
All right, nice boys.